Hello and welcome to Star Trek on Headlines today. I'm Rohit Thilnani. With me are Ram and Leela. Guys, welcome to Headlines today firstly.
Thank you.
I've interviewed you both of you separately and I've made sure I ask both of you about each other. So let's cross check right here. When I asked her about you, she said, you're really lively. When you enter a room, you can make everyone smile. Is she just being very kind or are you like that?
That's not for me to observe or decide. I just go about being the way I am, and just going with whatever I feel at the time. There's no. Yes, I am very impulsive. So if I enter a room, I'll just follow my impulse. And if that's the observation she's made, is that people smile at the way I react after entering a space, then that's probably how it is.
Honestly, I think you should just appreciate people for who they are.
Absolutely.
But most importantly, I know for a fact that whatever he does, he does wholeheartedly, and he does from a place of honesty.
Right.
There's no planning, scheming, plotting, thinking, calculating.
As it is, yeah.
It's very, very spontaneous. It's very organic, and what you see is what you get. He doesn't mince his words. If he has an issue with you, he'll say, "What's your issue? Come on, tell me." He's very, very honest.
There's a smile on his face. Tell us about her.
Chalo.
Chalo.
Your time begins now, and take a good 10-15 minutes to do this.
What do I
like?
say about her? She's like one of the most amazing people I've ever met.
Right.
I'm counting.
Let's see. She's
How
the
much
epitome
thinking?
of grace.
Yeah. Two.
Okay, let's not count it because I know
Okay,
with his
sure.
answers he likes to flow.
Okay.
तुझे बड़ा पता है? Deepika is just the epitome of grace. Everything she does, standing, sitting, eating, breathing, stretching, running, acting, singing, anything that she does is full of grace. She's got an inherent elegance about her.
Right.
She's so well brought up, so well mannered, never speaks out of turn. She's not a rambler at all. She listens, she thinks, and she's got a calm and composure about her that is very hard to rattle. She's got an ethic about her that is of a sports person,
Right.
which makes her mentally very, very strong. And she's just got genuineness, warmth and kindness pouring out of her, which is why, and that shows and it translates, it reaches people, and I guess that's why everybody loves her so much.
Right. Because
Your time's not up, man.
She's hot as hell. Okay. She's hot as hell. She's got this amazing dress sense, making her a fashion icon.
Delete all of this.
She's got
We
a
don't need
voice.
to know.
She's got a voice that sounds like somebody's caressing your eardrum. She's
Your time is up, Ranveer.
then you must have really enjoyed Ramleela because your character is completely opposite of this, right?
Very much so. Trigger daba dungi. I think I'm someone who, fortunately or unfortunately, I know I feel a lot, but I know that when it comes to expressing, I'm not great. I'm not very good at it.
Okay. I asked him this last time and I said, you're doing a Bansali film. He said, yeah, I got the offer. I went there. In his style, he was super confident.
Yeah.
Tell me, what was it like for you when you were offered this film?
I think when I was offered this film, I know that for me at that point it was too good to be true.
Yeah.
Cocktail had just about released at that time.
ਜੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਬਾਹਰ ਢੂੰਡਾਂ ਤੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਕੌਣ ਸਮਾਇਆ ਜੇ ਮੈਂ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਅੰਦਰ ਢੂੰਡਾਂ
It was that time, but he hadn't even seen the film.
Right.
So it's not like Sanjay sir was casting me based on appreciating my cocktail performance, which is why I found it even harder to believe, because I never believed that he had faith in me as an actor. I don't think he thinks I'm a good actor, and I don't think that he'll ever cast me and stuff like that. So I was a bit surprised, but overwhelmed also, and suddenly started feeling the pressure. You know.
बंजर सी है काले खंजर सी है तेरे सीने की लो मेरे अंदर भी है तू हवा दे से तू मेरा.
So did he allow you to take the character wherever you want to take it as per your personality?
Absolutely. In fact, we were about quarter way through the shooting of the film, and we were both sitting at the monitor waiting for the lighting to happen. And he had his hand on his head. He was thinking something, and then he turned around to me and he was like, "I don't know who Ram is." I said, "What do you mean? You don't know who Ram is?" He said, "I don't know who this character. I don't know who Ram is."
Because of
So I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Look, me and the writers, we wrote this guy down. We had this character on paper, and you have just gone and reduced it to a starting point. Every day you come on my set and you start freestyling within the parameters of this character, and I don't know what you're coming up with things I hadn't thought of, but I'm loving it.
Right.
So I'm letting you go with it. But you should know that this take on this character is all you."
So how difficult? You know, we have not worked with him obviously. Was it easy to convince him to when you wanted to do your own thing?
I think his style, and I guess you would also back me up on this, is that he is the most collaborative. He has the most collaborative style. In fact, I would go to the extent of saying that he wants the performance to be born out of the actor's own instinct.
Right.
He'll put you in the space and he'll say, "Tell me how you feel like doing it. Tell me how you feel like saying it." I'll be like, "Sir, I feel like entering from there." Then I'll grab him, I'll put him against the wall, and then I'll say this. And my Hindi isn't very, very proficient.
Right.
So I would say this, and I'd say it in English, and the writers would be there, and they'd translate that. So that is the level of organicness that his process has. And he really allows you to freestyle. There's nobody who's more collaborative. Like I said, he allows everything to stem out of the organic impulses and instincts of the actor.
That's nice. Deepika, enough has been discussed about the case. When there's so much attention on that one shot and it's picked up as if it's some separate trailer or some promo material, how difficult it is for you guys to bring it across that it is a part of a film, because media's attention is obviously on a few scenes for promotion.
Yeah, I think these things always, these things are bound to happen before a film releases.
Right.
And fair enough, I think these are things that, a viewer probably gets excited about, or the media finds it exciting to, sort of talk about it. I do know that once the film releases, that's going to change.
Okay. So it will change automatically.
Yeah, so I mean, which is why I think when we're asked these questions, we're more than happy to answer them. But we do know that when the film releases,
Right.
it is going to be about the film, it is going to be about Ram and Leela, it is going to be about, what an impactful love story it is, it's going to be about the performances, and honestly, it's going, the kiss is going to really just be, and by the way.
Okay. When someone makes a film and calls it Ramleela, there's always a section of people that gets up and says, "Oh, we thought it's about Lord Rama, we thought our sentiments are hurt." How difficult it is for actors when you keep hearing things like there's an FIR, there's a case?
Honestly, it's not difficult at all. I believe that it's coming from a bunch of people who are not really sure of what they're saying. The film is Ram and Leela, like you can see in the hoarding right here. It's Ram-Leela. It is about Ram and Leela, two characters who are in love. And it has nothing to do with Indian mythology. It has nothing to do with the Ramleela. And I think it's always a bit unfair if you sort of react to something when your information is half baked.
Right.
I've always said, please watch the film, and after the release, if people have issues with it, we're more than happy to sit and discuss whatever issues one might have.
I completely agree with what she says. See it.
Right.
If you still find something insulting and offensive, then you will get our apology by all means.
After the release.
And the film has been passed by the censor board. We've got a UA certificate.
Sure.
So even if someone's agitating now, it's pretty pointless.
Right. Okay.
And yeah, it's never our intention to do that. We are trying to make an entertainer.
Right.
We're trying to make an entertaining film, a piece of cinema. Because Mr. Bhansali is making it, you have to call it that. It's a love story that is meant to entertain you, of course, but also touch your heart, move you. It's never been the intention to insult anybody or offend anybody, to get into any type of political sparring or fracas. It's not our intention at all. We just want to make a memorable film.
Guys, a few questions about each other. Your favorite Deepika Padukone film?
Ramleela.
Come on, we expect really better from you. Apart from Ramleela.
Apart from Ramleela, I don't know, there are too many.
Yeah, second number.
Okay, now her film or her performance in the film?
Whatever. Her performance in the film, her character.
My favorite film of hers is probably Om Shanti Om, Ye Jawani Hai Diwani,
Bas.
Cocktail,
Bas.
performance,
I'm
Cocktail,
gonna take the
Lafange
first one.
Parinde, Chennai Express.
Okay. Deepika, your favorite Ranveer film?
I have to say this, sorry. It's
Ramleela.
No, you said other than Ramleela.
Yeah,
so
that's
Ramleela is the given.
Given, it's number one.
And I'm saying this not because it's the film is releasing. I've seen the film.
Okay.
And I know that after the Ramleela release, it will be his most powerful performance. But for now, that it's not yet released, it will be a tough call between Lutera and Band Baja Barat.
Nice, okay. What is she best? What role does she do best according to you? A comedy, a serious role?
I think the one definitive quality about where Deepika is today as a performer is her range. You know, I think she can fit into any genre. I think she very much plays on home territory when she does perhaps a Ye Jawani Hai Diwani. But to do something like Chennai Express and come out being the the one shining part of the film, the best part of the film is huge. You know, it's not something you expect at all, and to go there and like smash it, it's truly amazing. It's testament to her range as a performer.
Nice. What would you like to see him do in future
What would I
films?
like to see him do?
What kind of role? Comedy, funny, action?
See, I think
intense?
he's done the endearing lover boy in Band Baja Barat.
Right.
I think he did the intense brooding character in Lutera. Ramleela is really for me. I think it's that perfect actor's portfolio. You know, where there's comedy, there's drama, there's action, there's the song and dance routine, there's the romance. There's the intense scenes, so I think really I think everyone will see the range. In this one film, you will get to see everything.
Right.
But if there's one more thing that I'd like to see him do is a hardcore action film, because I think he has that mardangi-ness to him. Yeah.
Okay, great. So lovely chatting with both of you. Your film is already at the theaters, and best of luck. Continue to entertain us. Thank you so much.